Yo, what's up guys, it's Talon, and today I'm going to be explaining to you guys why I suck at Wild Rift. So obviously I don't actually think I suck at Wild Rift, but you're going to see a game where I play completely awfully and I do suck, and I had plenty of games today in my 3-hour stream where I played really bad and I sucked. Generally, there's various reasons that lead to playing worse on a given day compared to other days. I'm sure we've all had days where we kind of play worse than average, or we feel like we're playing really bad. And I just kind of want to talk about that. I want to talk about tilt and that type of thing in this video. We're not going to super hard go over this game. You guys are going to be watching me play bad throughout the game. And when I was on the stream, pretty much every death that I had, every time something went wrong, I would blame my team. I would say they suck. I'd get really angry, despite not playing super well, and was very, very tilted. In general, I don't think I've been this tilted in a while playing Wild Rift. You can see already, like, I'm getting hit by multiple first abilities of Ezreal, just not positioning super well in lane, and then I don't focus on that. I focus on the fact that my Jinx gets hit randomly as well afterwards, and then is 1 HP. And so basically getting mad at, my teammates are doing dumb things despite doing also some not good things in the game. But generally speaking, one of the main problems that a lot of people have is they spam the game too much or too little. Like, they don't really find a good balance. And so I have streamed over the last 30 days about 259 hours, I think. At one point, it was up to 270 hours over the course of the last 30 days. I have played this game a bunch. And you see the flash, obviously really bad flash. At some point, you get kind of like, you get tilted, you get frustrated, or whatever, happens as you're playing. And you kind of have to, like, be able to realize when it gets to, like, a breaking point where you're just too tilted or too frustrated or whatever. As you can see, normally I stream 4 to 6 hours. The stream only lasted 249. I ended after this game because I realized how tilted I am. I'm recording this on the day of the stream, and I plan to relax, and then maybe I'll play, since obviously I stream a lot and it's sort of a job. I might still stream at night, depending on how things go, but if I do stream, I'm going to be, very, very cognizant of the fact that we're just focusing on trying to play better, trying to focus, not trying to blame team, that type of thing. Sometimes you just need these kind of, like, reminders and the realization that sometimes you do just play awful. Like, again, in this game, plenty of my teammates did really annoying, dumb things, played bad, whatever, and I would just focus on that. I would focus on that, and then because I'm focusing on my teammates doing dumb stuff, I'm not focused on me doing anything good. So then I also do dumb stuff. And it just leads to kind of a compounding effect where just everyone is playing worse and worse. You're tilting your team because you're playing bad, and you're getting tilted at your team for playing bad, and that type of thing. I would say overall the reason that we've been able to climb so fast so far, because again, 75% win rate ADC, 60+% win rate every other account as well. All accounts are around anywhere from 15 to 30 marks already a month into the season, which is obviously quite good. All solo queue. Mental has been a really, really big reason why I've been able to climb. I constantly talk to you guys about mental, about it's not about never blaming your teammates. Like, it's okay to sometimes get mad at your teammates. The problem is when you are constantly blaming them for everything, right? Or not taking accountability later on, realizing, like, okay, there were actually things I could have done wrong. Like, I don't think it's the end of the world that I got mad at my team and blamed them during this game. I don't think I should have. I think I would have lost anyways, though. Like, I think the team was really bad. And I played really bad, and again, played worse because of this lack of focus and this over-blaming of team. But I don't think it matters for the outcome, right? It's just what matters is getting better for the future, right? And that's really the kind of thing I always try to talk about. And so I just wanted to show you guys a game where I play extremely bad. Again, awful hook flash that I missed, blamed my team for this, didn't take accountability, got hit a bunch by Ezreal in lane, but blamed my teammate. And at this point, the lane is over, so I do want to just rotate to help the Rumble. But then you're going to watch me again do something really, really dumb in a second in this lane. Because I think I'm going to miss a hook flash. We'll see. But basically, the point is, I want to show you guys that sometimes I play awful, and sometimes, even after playing awful, I'm blaming my team and getting tilted. Like, I'm not taking accountability for this at all. And then here, I'm just, like, getting a demolish proc. I just die to the turret. Luckily, I get executed, so it's not the end of the world, but it's still stupid and dumb. And again, a lot of people say I, like, cherry pick my games to show you guys the best games on my YouTube channel. I do, because that's the point, is for me to show you guys the games I play well, or that we do something specific that you can learn from. I don't just show you all the games that I play, 20-0 and win. I show you guys games that are hard or that have specific things that I did well that you guys can learn from. And my stream is where you can watch me live, whatever game happens. Like, if you're watching my stream, you're a viewer of my stream, you see this game, you see me blaming my team, and you're like, dude, Talon's delusional. What's he saying? Like, he's playing awful. And then if you say that, I'm going to ban you, because I don't like when people tell me if they think I'm playing, you know, well or bad, or like they try to critique my gameplay, because while I'm streaming, that's not what I enjoy. I enjoy playing the game and learning from it, and that type of thing is just not enjoyable for me. So even though, you know, again, the reason I'm saying this all is just like, regardless of how good you are at the game, because I would imagine a lot of you guys probably think I'm pretty good at the game, you have dumb games, you have bad games, you get tilted, you blame your team, you do all these dumb things. I just want to show you guys this happening and talk about, you know, avoiding that. Because again, like, random factors, again, this is in no way an excuse. This is just like life. I ended up not sleeping as well, and then even though I knew I should take a break, I still just decided to go and spam for 3 hours of games. And in those 3 hours, I think I gained 1 mark over the course of 3 hours. Like, that's not worth it in terms of then being tilted and then knowing I have to take a longer break because I'm tilted, and then I'm just going to not climb if I continue to play while being tired and annoyed and frustrated. And it just leads to all of this, like, very negative stuff in terms of the game. And I think it's a really important thing to kind of be able to recognize as well. I don't think you guys need to, you know, again, I don't think you need to always just act like your teammates are great. Like, a lot of times your teammates suck. Like, my teammates are still bad here, as I have still pointed out. Apart from my top laner, my Rumble was pretty good. Everyone else wasn't. But it's just important to realize, like, sometimes you're just an idiot. Sometimes it is your fault. And we don't always have to blame matchmaking or the system for everything. Like, the system is what it is. I can't control. Like, even when I do get bad teammates, I really try to not blame the system for it. Like, I don't say... You usually don't hear me say my matchmaking is so bad. Usually what I say is this team really sucks, unlucky, you know, these guys are awful, whatever. Because to me, it's an individual, like, thing. Like, matchmaking can decide, for example, matchmaking put me, who is a high elo player with a high win rate, on this team, and I'm probably, you know, supposed to play well in this game, given matchmaking, how it's determined, right? And then I end up playing really bad in this game. And so that's not matchmaking's fault that I played worse than matchmaking should anticipate. That's just the human element of the game. And so I don't try to always blame matchmaking for an individual game, because you don't actually know if it was matchmaking's fault or if it was just your teammates playing bad or getting tilted or whatever else, you know, it is. But again, you just see, like, random tilt plays, and I'm just grouping in mid lane over and over with my teammate, just, like, going for kills, and it works here, but, like, there's nothing really I'm achieving from this. I'm not... For example, like, what I could be doing in this game, I could be really hard playing to try to find the enemy jungler, and then wherever the enemy jungler is, I could go to the opposite side and only play to make plays away from the enemy jungler. Because if I only play to make plays away from the enemy jungler, then we at least have a numbers advantage somewhere. Instead, I don't particularly, you know, go and ward. I've missed like 3 flash hooks as well, which is pretty funny. But I don't, like, go to ward specific jungle camps so that I can find the enemy jungler. Like, that's what I should be doing. I should be warding the enemy jungle camp, finding the enemy jungler, and then whenever the enemy jungler goes to the top side, I go and help my Rumble, because my Rumble is pretty strong. And then if I'm doing that, like, again, I'm going to have some ability to come back in the game. Instead, I'm blaming my team while missing flash hooks, while inting, while dying, while doing dumb stuff. And again, I kind of want to point this out. We're going to go over the rest of the game too. We'll show you guys, you know, we'll kind of skip through some of these parts just because it's, again, just mostly, again, what do? I go and I group mid. I walk mid lane. We go and we fight a volley bear. Again, I told you guys I want to be avoidant of the enemy jungler. What do I do instead? I go right on to the enemy jungler with the rest of my team. And because we're so behind, we obviously lose the fight, right? So again, I'm just like, I'm not following the fundamentals I teach you guys, right? I teach you guys, like, play on the opposite side of the map. Play for gold bounties, you know, when you're behind. Play around your strong points. Make sure you avoid the enemy jungler. And I'm not doing any of it. I'm just tilted and I'm doing dumb stuff. And sometimes if you don't recognize that you're frustrated or that you're annoyed, because again, at this point, like, I had a couple games before this that I think I played much better in. I still lost. I think I still made mistakes, but I got really tilted from them, right? So it's like a compounding effect. Again, I don't even know if I'm using the word compounding correctly. I think I am, but I'm really tired, as you guys, you know. So either way, definitely just a lot of frustration leading to, again, I'm just grouping mid. Like, all I'm doing is I'm grouping mid and I'm fighting over and over and over, even though I'm behind. I'm playing like a silver player. Like, this is stupid. It does nothing. And if you can't sometimes recognize that you were being an idiot, then it's really hard to improve. Because no matter how good you are, like, I've had these moments in the past. Like, I've been playing this game for 4 years. I've been streaming for 3 years. There's been moments in the past where I realized the same thing, where, like, I'm like, oh, I was just being tilted, I was being dumb, and I was blaming my team. And I still am going to do this in the future. There's going to be times where I blame my team again, because I get really frustrated when I feel like I do good things and then, you know, we lose anyway from it. And then that leads to now me blaming people for the mistakes I then do make. And like, that's going to continue to happen. And I'm never going to stop that 100%. I'm just trying to minimize the amount of times it happens. And so having the occasional, you know, ability to step back and just realize when you're quite tilted, again, various factors can lead to these things happening. Recognize those factors and then just try to minimize it. So again, like, it doesn't do me much good to go and spam the game right now. I'm really tired. I should probably go take a nap after I make this video, you know, probably eat some food. I like food. Food tastes good. And then, you know, go from there, right? Like, if I wake up from my nap, if I'm even able to fall asleep, naps are hard, by the way, completely unrelated to Wild Rift, but actually falling asleep on a nap is like an OP ability. Like, I can never do that. Also, what am I doing here? Like, do you see this? You see how hard I'm hinting? Like, this is stupid. I'm dumb. I'm an idiot. I suck at Wild Rift. That's what my title is. I suck at Wild Rift. But falling asleep in naps is hard. If I'm able to actually fall asleep on a nap, get some rest, I'll probably stream tonight. If it turns out that I'm still really exhausted, I'm gonna go watch some random anime or something, you know? Like, I just finished watching the first 4 episodes of Wednesday, and I'm sad that the next 4 episodes won't come out for a while, but I gotta find something else to watch. You know, to take a break, just do whatever, like these types of things. Because for me as a streamer, I feel quite guilty whenever I'm doing anything that's not streaming. Like, you guys, I mean, again, I've streamed for over 250 hours this month, and I've worked about, like, I work at like a hockey rink. I've worked like 30-ish something hours there, and I'm working this next week and the weekend after as well. So I'll have a little less streams on the weekends, since I'll be working about an average of 25 hours each for those weekends. So yeah, like, I'm bad at like taking breaks and whatever. Like, it's something I'm very bad at. Obviously for me, this is a bit different than how you guys play, so I'm kind of just talking at this point, just because I thought this kind of the purpose of this video is sort of a bit different than my average guide. But I always feel guilty about like taking breaks, and so then I like end up just getting tilted, and then the stream quality is bad, and then I end up just playing worse, and it's not good, and I don't gain more marks anyway. I would gain more marks if I played less. Like, there's a point where you get diminishing returns when you spam to a certain extent. Like, if you play 10 games a day, maybe for you 10 games a day is enough to tilt you. For me, I play 10 games a day, you know, I'm perfectly fine. I can play up to like 25, 30 games a day, and I can usually still play pretty well. For me, 15 games is probably the like ideal number, but because of how hard this challenge is, I kind of have to spam a little more than that. But yeah, you need to like find that number that's gonna allow you to have enough games to climb and win, but then also not make you so burnt out from the game that you don't want to play, you don't enjoy it, you get tilted at your team, whatever. And typically I would just say, look at whatever number of games you currently have played, like last season, look at your seasonal history, and try to do the math in terms of how many games that is a day, and then try to average that if you're trying to beat your highest rank. Just match whatever you got, and then if you improve at the game, you're going to get higher than you previously got. Maybe if you want to, you know, try to get like a lot higher, like maybe you were a diamond, you want to try to get grandmaster, maybe play an extra, you know, game a day, because an extra game a day is 90 games over the course of a season, because they're roughly 3 months. That's a lot of extra games for a lot of people. If you play 300 games a season, 200 games a season, you're increasing it by 33+%, depending on how many it is you play. But again, I missed like 84 flash hooks this game. I played like an idiot. I blamed my team. I got tilted, and I rage quit my stream. I got angry. I even banned a random guy who did nothing wrong just because I got angry and I was salty and being immature. I do stupid things. I act dumb, and I just want to point this out to you guys. Wanted to explain ways that this could relate to your own climbing as well. Try not to blame your team in situations where you're being a dumbass. If your teammates are being fucking idiots and they all int and they run you down and they're trolling on purpose and they lock in the champ, like, you know, troll champs, you can blame them for that game. That's their fault. You can be annoyed at it. You can be tilted. It's okay to be frustrated, but try your best. At least if you do end up getting mad and blaming your team and you realize later, like, no, I was really playing bad, like I was in this game, just try to come back to it later on, and realize that you were, you know, maybe just tilted, and try to avoid having that happen in the future. Because it happens to all of us, not the end of the world. Here I died again. I'll show you guys every death, you know, so you can really see how much I suck. Just walking forward and fighting for no reason. Again, complete tilt, bad mental, just being dumb. I mean, the game was over here, like we were gonna lose whatever at this point anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but it still was dumb. And then we lose. So again, like, this stream, a lot worse than the other stream, so I didn't even have any good gameplays to show you guys. I mean, I could have cherry picked like the 1 or 2 games that went well. Not really a point to doing that though. Because I didn't have anything specific to talk about with the games. Like I didn't have like, oh, I did this one thing really well. So there was really no point. So I thought I'd just show you guys this. We'll skip through, show you guys, you know, the enemy ending the game. But yeah, I know it's a different video. I know it might be a bit weird compared to the normal guides, but I do think it's a nice thing to talk about occasionally. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Maybe it was useful to some of you, and I will see you in the next one.